Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about food stress, food anxiety, and this just doesn't go for food. A lot of times this goes for fear that the food will make you gain weight or fear of the impact on your body. So we are going to be talking about how to work through that fear so you can have peace at mealtime and peace in your life to focus on other things besides food. Okay, so when I was struggling, I would do this thing where I tried to stop thinking about food, and that doesn't work. So if I told you right now, whatever you do, picture yourself in a white dress, no white dress, don't think of the white dress. You're probably picturing a white dress, right? And so, just telling yourself to stop thinking about food or stop being anxious with food doesn't work. That's not how the brain works. So we need to relieve that anxiety in another way, and that's doing a few things that I'm gonna talk about today. So one, we need to take a look at your body's physiology, right? Because if you're in a place where you are not taking care of your body's needs by eating adequately enough and eating a variety of food throughout the day, aka no crazy intermittent fasting, no keto, no eliminating food groups, none of that. If you're not taking care of your needs throughout the day, your brain is gonna be switched on in a mode to think about food all the time and have anxiety about food. And so I could give you 100 tools right now that are phenomenal, but if you're in this survival mode, none of my tools will work. They'll be like a Band-Aid to work temporarily. So making sure your physiology, your physical needs are met is the first and most important foundational piece of the puzzle. Now, a lot of people start here and then they expect all binge eating, emotional eating, and food struggles to be handled. That's not the case. However, those things can't be handled without this piece in place. And with this piece in place, I would say about 50% of your food-focused thoughts will decrease once your body knows and trusts you to meet your needs. So that's a big, big part of the process. And the other thing that I see that causes so much food anxiety is living in fear of the future or fear about what happened in the past versus in the present moment. So if you're living in fear about what you did in the past, right, you might fall victim to the, oh man, I ate cookies earlier today, I'm just gonna keep eating unhealthy food and start over the next day. This doesn't make sense. It's like if you pop one tire on your car, would you just go and slice all four and just say, screw it? No, you wouldn't. So it doesn't make sense with your food, right? But so many people live in the past and then make their choices the rest of the day based on what they did. Now, another thing is maybe you overate last night and then you wake up today and you decide, oh man, I'm in fear about what that might do to my body. I'm not gonna eat as much today and take care of my body's needs. What does this do? This has you think about food, increase your food anxiety, increase your stress because you're taking yourself out of the present and you're operating from this place of mental and emotional restriction, judgment, shame around your food choices. Now, if we're talking about the future. So I see so many people think I'm gonna go out to eat tonight, or I overeat at night. I'm gonna skimp on calories all day because I fear what's gonna happen in the future. I fear I'm gonna overeat, and so I'm gonna get out of the present and I'm gonna eat in a way that is, supporting saving calories for later because of fear of weight gain or whatever that might be. And then what happens is you get to later and you most likely overeat, and so it hurts your weight gain, right? It makes it worse rather than helping it, your original motivation. Another thing is just fear of weight gain in general, fear of losing control, and making your choices from this place of fear versus this place of trust and connecting to your body. And when you're making decisions based in fear, most likely those decisions are going to trigger that survival mode that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So what I encourage you to do is bring your focus back to the present. Sit down at your meal and ask yourself, what do I need in this moment? What's gonna honor my body's needs? What's gonna honor the experience that I desire? What's gonna honor how I wanna feel? And make that decision in the moment. If you're experiencing anxiety, fear, judgment, shame about what you're doing in the moment, remind yourself that this is most likely coming from beliefs and fears that aren't actually true. And I'm not gonna go into that too much in this video. There's plenty of videos on my channel about this. I'm actually gonna release one next week about the forces that shape these fears and have us fear you know, things like weight gain, or have us have this such an intense desire to be thin that we choose food and choose a way of eating that actually sets us up for failure. That's coming next week in the next video. But for now, remember, when these fears come up, remember that they're not the real you, and they're coming from a place of fear that doesn't actually honor what's in the highest and best interest for your body and for fulfillment in your life. So bring yourself back to the present. Make those choices in the present. And I know this can be difficult, so if you need help with it, be sure to check the description or link below this video. I made you a training that walks you through this process and walks you through this place of feeling free and empowered with your food. So go get that free training now. It's yours completely free. So go to that link now. And if you love this, click subscribe. We do weekly videos every Tuesday on having food freedom forever, loving your body, and living a life you absolutely love and adore. So I will see you in next week's video.